Best quotes on freedom. Freedom is the sure possession of those alone who have the courage to defend it. Pericles. Freedom is the oxygen of the soul. Moshe Dayan. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We don't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Ronald Reagan. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Martin Luther King, Jr. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God cannot long retain it. Abraham Lincoln. It is difficult to free fools from the chains they revere. Voltaire. To be free is not only to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Nelson Mandela. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. George Washington. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought, which they seldom use. Soren Kierkegaard. What is freedom of expression? Without the freedom to offend, it ceases to exist. Salman Rushdie. No man is good enough to be another man's master. William Morris. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. Theodore Roosevelt. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. George Bernard Shaw. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry his own weight, this is a frightening problem. Eleanor Roosevelt. Freedom lies in being bold. Robert Frost. I am free because I know that I alone am morally responsible for everything I do. I am free no matter what rules surround me. If I find them tolerable, I tolerate them. If I find them too obnoxious, I break them. Robert A. Heinlein. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. John F. Kennedy. Those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must undergo the fatigue of supporting it. Thomas Paine. A hero is someone who understands the responsibility that comes with his freedom. Bob Dylan. If you want total security, go to prison. There you're fed, clothed, given medical care, and so on. The only thing lacking is freedom. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Liberty has never come from government. Liberty has always come from the subjects of it. The history of liberty is a history of limitations of governmental power, not the increase of it. Woodrow Wilson. When we lose the right to be different, we lose the privilege to be free. Charles Evans Hughes. Freedom means you're unobstructed in living your life as you choose. Anything less is a form of slavery. Wayne Dyer. The right to be left alone is indeed the beginning of all freedoms. William O. Douglas. Freedom is contagious. That is why despots fear it so much. Bill Owens. Best quotes on freedom.